a glass jar, a handful of lentils, and water from your tap music. That jar will be loaded with fresh protein, active enzymes, and orange-level vitamin C in 3 days. No special equipment, no grow lights, no soil, and no continuing expenses other than the seeds themselves. Music. This is beginning to grow. It's easy to understand why the $21 billion protein supplement market has never brought it up. It requires nothing that they can offer you, yet each serving of music costs 4 cents. The 3 seeds that collectively cover every nutritional base, the 5-minute rotating jar system that yields a fresh harvest every single music day indefinitely, and the precise mechanism of what occurs inside a sprouting seed are all explained in this video, along with why it produces protein that is more bioavailable than anything in a powder music tub. Let's begin by defining a dry seed, because everything else makes sense once you grasp this. A locked vault is a dried seed. It contains vitamins, minerals, and protein in forms that the body cannot absorb. The seed intentionally creates this sound. Before the conditions are favorable for growth, it must endure months or years in the earth. It creates substances such as anti-nutrients, phytate, tannins, and protease inhibitors to safeguard its contents. These substances physically prevent the human digestive tract from absorbing minerals. Without being absorbed at all, zinc, iron, and calcium attach to phytate and move through the body. Human digestive enzymes are unable to effectively break down the protein because it is trapped inside insoluble structures. This explains why eating dry beans can cause stomach issues. The seed is retaliating, everything is altered by water. A hormone cascade inside the embryo begins as soon as a dry seed absorbs moisture. When germination conditions are satisfied, gibberellic acid is released. The enzymatic machinery that converts the seed from vault to food activates when dormancy hormones decompose. The first important enzyme is phytace. Its function is to eliminate phytate, the substance that prevents the absorption of minerals. Phytate's activity increases by more than 200% during 48 hours of interaction with water. There is a 50–75% decrease in phytate content. Music. The locked-away calcium, iron, and zinc are liberated into completely bioavailable music form. The minerals were constantly present. They are unlocked by the sprouting process. Protease turns on at the same time. The massive, insoluble protein music complexes inside the seed are broken down into free amino acids and peptides, which the human body directly absorbs. After sprouting, lentils' protein digestibility rises by 14 to 18%. It reaches 64% in finger millet. The high temperatures used in the processing of commercial protein powders for soles completely eliminate this enzyme activity. Live proteolytic enzymes included in sprouted seeds actively aid in their own digestion. This cannot be duplicated by the supplement business. Processing at high temperatures prevents it. This is the portion that most people find surprising. There is very little vitamin C in dry seeds. A dried lentil's content is practically impossible to quantify. Mung bean sprouts had vitamin C levels similar to those of fresh citrus after 72 hours of sprouting. The seed does not contain the vitamin. As a result of cellular stimulation, the germination process creates it music from scratch. When sprouts are exposed to light, their vitamin K levels rise by a factor of 25. There is a few 100% increase in riboflavin. The seed is not getting easier to digest. It is producing nutrients that were not previously present within it. From just water, a $3 bag of mung beans from the bulk area of the grocery store produces vitamin C, vitamin K, and bioavailable protein. Music. 600 years ago, Chinese naval medicine was aware of this. During months-long ocean trips, when there was no other fresh food available, Admiral Jing Ho's fleet transported mung beans specifically for germination at sea. Peer-reviewed food science publications currently detail the same mechanism that they were employing without knowing the biochemistry. That is the very basis of science. Here's the setup now. 1 revolving mechanism, 3 jars, 3 seeds. The entire cost of the equipment was less than $10. Running costs are less than $5 per month. A fresh full harvest is produced every morning endlessly. Lentils are the first seed. You can use any lentils from the bulk area. French, green, brown, and red are all feasible. Compared to other popular sprouting legumes, lentils germinate quickly. Within a day, visible root tips emerge. Music. On day 2 or day 3, edible sprouts are ready. Because active protease enzymes are present throughout the sprout, the protein content is around 9 g per 100 g serving, and its digestibility surpasses that of most commercial goods. Bulk lentils cost about 2 to 3 cents per serving. Mung beans are the second seed. You can get these white, crispy sprouts in a lot of Asian eateries and supermarkets. They are well known, have a subtle flavor, and produce vitamin C the quickest out of any sprouting seed. An initial 8-hour soak is necessary for germination. From day 3 to day 5, edible sprouts are ready. The system's nutrient layer is made up of mung beans, which supply riboflavin, vitamin C, and vitamin K in amounts that lentils do not. Bulk mung beans cost about 3 to 4 cents per serving. Whole sunflower is the third seed. This is the layer of fat and fat-soluble vitamins that neither mung beans nor lentils offer. Sunflower seeds that have sprouted contain magnesium, vitamin E, and omega-6 fatty acids. They counterbalance the lighter legume sprouts with depth and flavor and have a more substantial texture, more akin to eating than a garnish. Only use hull-less sunflower seeds. Mold grows in the spaces between the hull layers of hulled sunflower sprouts. Eat from day 1 to day 2, when the root tip is barely visible, after soaking for 8 hours and rinsing once a day. Sunflower sprouts get bitter after day 2. More than with the legumes, timing is crucial. The spinning system now. This is what makes a daily harvest machine out of 3 jars of seeds. Start jar 1 with lentils on the first day. Soak for the entire night. On the second day, empty jar 1 and add mung beans to jar 2. Rinse the first jar twice. On day 3, empty jar number 2 and fill jar number 3 with sunflower. Rinse jars 1 and 2 twice. Gather 1 jar of lentils. They're prepared. Harvest jar number 2 on day 4, or wait until day 5 for greater sprouts. Put jar 1 back in a fresh lentil soak. The system is self-sustaining. There is usually 1 jar at the harvest stage. It takes less than 3 minutes to maintain all 3 jars each day. No specific equipment is needed for the jar setup itself. Any 500 milliliters or larger wide-mouth glass jar will do. The aperture is covered with a piece of mesh, cheesecloth, music, or a growing lid fastened with a rubber band. The jar is placed in a bowl or dish rack at a 45 degrees angle after music rinsing. This keeps air flowing around the sprouts and permits full drainage. The passage of air is essential. Mold is caused by drawn water. It is completely prevented by a draining jar that is slanted. Use cool water to rinse twice a day, in the morning and the evening. Fill the mesh with water. Gently swirl to clean every sprout. Music. After fully draining, tilt the jar. That's the entire everyday procedure. Other than keeping the jars away from direct heat sources, there is no soil, no grow lights, and no temperature control. The ideal temperature range for a room is between 18 and 24 degrees. Germination considerably slows down below 15 degrees Celsius. Mold risk rises over 28 degrees Celsius. The best spot is a kitchen counter away from heat sources and direct sunlight. Typical errors and how to prevent them. Inadequate drainage is the most common failure. Within a day, mold forms in a container that contains leftover water. After each rinse, make sure the jar tilts sufficiently to allow for full drainage. Sterilize the jar, reject the batch, and start over if you notice any pink orange, or black growth on your sprouts. This is generally always the result of either too old seeds or poor drainage. Using beans from the grocery store instead of dry seeds from the bulk aisle is the second most frequent error. Beans in a can won't sprout. They've been cooked. Additionally, salty or flavored seeds that are packed in grocery stores won't sprout consistently. The right source is dry seeds from the bulk section that are meant to be cooked. Compared to conventionally treated kinds, organic bulk seeds sprout more frequently. Harvesting too late is the third error. Music. After 2 to 5 days, the flavor and nutritional value of lentils and mung beans reach their best. After that, their texture becomes rougher and they acquire bitter, grassy flavors. Day 2 is when sunflower sprouts must emerge. Consume them when they're young. The best time to harvest for flavor and optimum enzyme activity is when the root tip has just emerged. At maximum capacity, the 3-jar system yields about 25 to 30 harvests per month from all 3 seed varieties. Protein, iron, calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin K, riboflavin, folate, omega, 6 fatty acids, and vitamin E, all in fully accessible, enzyme-active forms. $3 to $5 is the total monthly cost of bulk supermarket seeds. Commercial supplements that provide comparable nutritional coverage would cost at least $60 to $100 per month for protein powder, vitamin C, vitamin K, and a mineral complex. There is no difference in quality between 4 cents and $3 per dish. The economic model is different. A cold chain, branded packaging, a marketing budget, a manufacturing facility, and a customer that makes repeat purchases every 4 weeks are all necessary for one model. The other requires a jar, water, and 3 days. The original model served as the foundation for the food system. The second, a jar, 3 seeds, 5 minutes of setup, 3 days until the first harvest, and then every day after that, endlessly, have always been backed by the biochemistry. For as long as the grocery store has large quantities of lentils and tap water,